You know you love him.
Yeah, he knows it too. That's the problem.
So what does the sheep say in this play anyway?
It's good to see you laugh again.
It's nice to have a reason to.
I want you to leave.
Check the angel handbook. Wait a minute. Hey, Henry!
Goodness. What was that?
It wasn't me.
The Preacher's Wife.
This is the first time I've seen it.
Same.
Yeah. And Lamar, you've seen this plenty of times, I'm guessing, right?
It's on my top 5 Christmas list.
Yeah. It came out in 96. So Lamar, did you see it like when it first came out?
Yeah, not in theaters. Not in theaters, but from Blockbuster. And then from then on, it was like, I watched it a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly for this person right here.
This person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The incredible voice.
Yeah, well, I can't deny that. So it's yeah.
All right. Josh, you want to kick it off by what you thought?
Yeah, okay. So just watched it last night and I thought it was like truthfully, I thought it was really heartwarming and charming. I did enjoy it. Probably not gonna make a point to watch it every year, but that's not the point. I still say it was a cool movie. I like what's his name, Courtney B. Vance, as always, Denzel Washington. It's cool to see movies where it's pre Denzel Washington, where he's like acting like how Denzel Washington wouldn't act right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying he's not aware of his skills yet. He's more so.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Developing. Yeah. And then Whitney Houston, who's really pretty and talented when it comes to music. I think she did an okay acting job. I thought everybody did a good job.
Yeah, she did okay. I'm not gonna put it on thick. Like she did amazing. She did all right.
No, she did cool. She did her part. So like I said, I enjoyed this. I thought it was, like I said, a cute family film. But I don't know, Tasha, I don't know if you're going to mention this, how there were some people that said that it was slow and boring to them. Now, Tasha.
No, they didn't say it was slow and boring to them. They thought I was going to find it slow and boring and I wasn't.
Okay.
That's
okay. It was one person I talked to besides them that said it was boring. So I think I got confused.
Really?
Yeah. Like, and this person loves Denzel Washington. So I was kind of like, what do you mean?
This was boring okay. I don't know.
It was not boring. I think it was more slow. I think I took it as boring. I think it was more because it is a slow movie, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It just takes its time developing what the story is going to be.
I don't even want to say it was slow.
I don't think slow is the right word. I don't think slow is the right word for this one. Like Silence of the Lamb is slow. This. I don't know.
I wouldn't label this as slow.
So
I don't see the slow.
Help me out. Help me out. Understand what would you label this?
I mean, it's a holiday movie. Like it's got the pace of a standard holiday movie that's not animated and that's not horror. Like it's a family movie. So I don't even know what pace you would call that. It's not fast paced and it's not slow. It's just an even kill.
It's purgatory pace.
Right? This movie is more energy based than tempo based. It's like the feels. You get the emotions and the joyous, the Christmas holiday spirit. You know what I mean? I don't think it's really a pace involved in it.
Yeah, I will say I got goosebumps when she was singing at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like,
that's why this is up there. That's why this is up there.
I got straight up goosebumps. But so Josh, are you done? Because I want to say what I think.
Yeah.
Or where were you going when you asked about the person that said it was slow and boring?
I was like, Tasha, do you agree with him or do you disagree with him?
Can you guys text me on the side? So I don't know who you guys be talking about. When you
they want to be left anonymous, but hey, if you want to reach my number at 510 for the video.
But no, I will say that person was completely wrong about what they thought I was going to think about this movie. I really liked this movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. And I was like, the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes into it, I was like, what is slow about this movie? Like stuff is already happening.
Right.
Like you had the robbery at the store, you had Denzel showing up, you had the church service, and of course that's always lively. So it starts off like stuff happening. So I was like, I don't get what's slow about this. I think the thought was because it's a spiritual type movie, that's why they thought I wasn't gonna like it. But Josh, what's my favorite movie of all time?
Ten Commandments.
Yes. So
which is crazy.
So you can't even use that as a thing. But as far as Whitney's acting, she wasn't amazing, but I felt like she conveyed a lot of emotion with her face, just with facial expressions, just by a look. She gave you everything with just a look. So in that regard, I thought she was really good. Right. But my favorite was the little boy. I thought he was hella funny.
This is what's hilarious. He's a terrible actor. But it's the same thing like Menace to Society. It's like the movie's so good, you don't care that he's a terrible actor. Like but he did have scenes where you get those emotions. He did what he was supposed to do.
And I thought he was funny. He had really good lines. He had lines that had me cracking up.
Right. So ask Ian to sign the movie cover for me because I didn't know he was going to be in this movie.
Yeah, I was Ian watching. I was like, I swear that's Ian.
Right.
That's gonna be Ian. I swear. I was like, oh my god.
As soon as it started and it showed him in church, I was like, oh shit, I forgot what this kid looked like. I was like, this is Ian.
I watched it with Des. I watched it with Des, and we were looking. And I was like, "That could be Ian right there." She was like, "I know, right?" So it was so funny when Lamar texted me that same thing.
So when I first was watching it, I was like, "Oh man!" I didn't know if they're gonna have that whole thing where he was having an affair. The preacher was having an affair.
Oh, you didn't know the angle it was going in.
Something was up. What was that again?
I said you didn't know the angle it was going in. Like you didn't know this was like a family. You didn't know it was like a real Christmassy type movie.
Yeah. To where stressing about like the church and everything else around them, and it's that whole thing of like, man's hella busy, but he's focusing more on what he needs to do outside and not balancing his family, which is pretty sure y'all know it's not easy. You know, y'all know more than me that. Right. It's never that easy.
And it's probably because of his his standing with the community. He feels like he has to be there for them, which makes him neglect his family.
Right.
So there is that struggle of, making sure family's good, but also doing what you have to do for your people. So. And
then Denzel's kind of like the reminder of what you have. Because it's like, he's falling in love. Like, nigga, you ignoring, you know what I mean? He didn't mean to, but he's like, yes, this woman is amazing. You know what I mean? You just running around, not purposely, like you said, Josh. He feels like he has to do this stuff for everybody else. But it's like, you got to kind of pull back from it, which is Denzel's supposed to be that reminder.
Yeah. I mean, I get where the preacher's coming from. It's not like he's going out drinking all the time or doing other stuff that doesn't matter. He's trying to get back to the community. He's not like, a person that's married and doesn't do like, I understand why he's not there for his kids, even though he should be, but like, he has his reasons more than anybody else that's like that.
I'll say he is, but it's more like he's trying to prioritize everything at once.
Yeah.
It's like he feels like he feels like he can't say no if somebody needs him. He feels like that. It's like that's what I'm here for. So it's like he's still there for his son, like, but in his mind he's doing enough. But Denzel's kind of trying to remind him, like, this is still your priority. You know what I mean? Like, so he tried to help some. He tries to help find that balance. Yeah.
And then, so the night when they were supposed to go dancing and Denzel ended up taking her, didn't the preacher have to go do what do they call it? What is it called when somebody's on their deathbed and the pastor, the preacher goes to see them?
Right.
Is that where he went?
It's the sick and shut in. Yeah, he had to go visit him because I guess he was like, I don't want to say it was his last, but it was like he has to be there, like to kind of remind him or kind of give him that energy. Like
that blessing or something, right? So it's like, how do you not do that? Like, you go back out dancing, but you can't tell this person like, okay, hold on a second, like don't go just yet.
Yeah.
Wait till
and it's like you seen Whitney kind of understood.
Yep.
But it was just like, damn, at the same time, you know what I mean? Like,
I think the real antagonist of the film is Denzel Washington's character. All he does was trying to eat, not helping out anybody. Just trying to say, yeah, I'll take your wife out for you to help. Yeah, go ahead. And
he didn't want to though. He didn't want to at first.
He didn't want to.
No, please don't go.
Please no, stop. Don't make me go out with this beautiful woman, this beautiful boy. Who doesn't want to go out dancing with Whitney Houston. Tell me they didn't want to.
But no, I'm saying so in that moment he didn't want to. He wanted him to go, but he was just like, damn, I can't. But then later on when they were ice skating, he's kind of like, nah. This is my moment.
So do you think Denzel was the reason why every light he
Absolutely.
They didn't make it obvious, right? Is that kind of just like
it was obvious?
Was it okay? Maybe I missed something. When they were ice skating and the preacher was trying to get to them so he can ice skate with them, he was hitting every single red light. And so he didn't make it in time and they left the ice skating rink. But
that could be Denzel or just like me getting every fucking red light before I got
because you got to.
No, the reason why the reason why I think it was him. The reason why I think it was him because he said first he was like, yeah, he's probably stuck in traffic, and then they show him going to auto stop, and the whole time he's like ice skating with her, like looking in her eyes and being dreamy and shit. So it's kind of like he didn't mean to, but he kind of accidentally fell in love with her.
Yeah. I think what made me think that was when the preacher finally got home, he mentioned something about hitting every red light. And I was just like, oh, maybe Denzel made that happen.
I feel like I was just talking shit, but yeah, I think that was Denzel. He fell in love with her right, like when she was singing. I think that's when he was fond of her. But I think when he was looking at her, and you know that reminded me of Tasha. What was that movie you watched? Walk to Remember, I think it was. Where the dude.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I'm trying to see where you're going.
I'm talking like where she's singing, and then all of a sudden he starts having these emotions for her, and you know, like
that was Walk to Remember.
Yeah, that's all like a thing people do. Like I've seen in movies where the guy obviously knows she's attractive, but then starts have feelings for her when she starts singing.
It's heightened after like something like that happens.
Yeah.
She's got an angelic voice. I mean, how could you not?
Oh yeah,
right.
Really. You got everything else, but that's just the icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so it also had like sad moments, like the little boy who had to go to foster care, and then the whole kid being mistaken for somebody that robbed the store,
right?
Like all of that. So it had those elements of it too. So which was touching, like you knew it was going to be a happy ending eventually, but it still had to go through that stuff. So
yeah, like I said, one of my top 5 Christmas movies.
I could see why. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I thought I was going to be like, oh, okay, it was cute, whatever. I would watch it again. Like it would make its way to my Christmas movies list, like to watch every year. I could see it.
But it's funny. I put it on my Christmas list, but I rarely watch it around Christmas. It's like normally it's just randomly. If I see it, then I turn it on. It's not really seasonal to me, even though it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it is definitely a Christmas movie, but I didn't feel that all the way through. Like sometimes I was like, oh yeah, it is a Christmas movie. So I could see how you could just watch it at any given time.
Right. But it no matter what, like even if I'm putting it on just for background, when Whitney starts singing, I'm locked in. Every fucking time. When she sings on that stage, when she's singing during the play, and then she does the last church song, I'm locked in every time.
Yeah.
Because the shit she's doing with her voice,
it's hypnotic.
Ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
I've never seen what's her other movie she did? The Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, am I missing out, or does she have some cool songs in there?
It's kind of satire.
It's been a while.
But I will say, no, The Bodyguard is a good movie though. That is a good movie. The storyline is a good movie.
Yeah, I remember really liking it. I used to watch it all the time, but it has been a while since I've seen it. But the music is more popish because she's a pop star.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So different feel of music, but
yeah. I think that would make up for Kevin Costner's acting in that movie.
He's not bad.
Kevin Costner is a good actor. What the hell?
Every single movie, like
he's not bad in it though. You don't watch him and be like, oh my god, but you also take into account that it's an older movie, so.
I got Whitney to look forward to. That's the reason why I would go check it out.
Bodyguard's definitely worth watching. And I think was Bodyguard first before Preacher's Wife? I think it was because Jennifer Lewis Jennifer Lewis made a comment when they were in the beginning. Whitney Houston said something, and Jennifer Lewis was like, "Yeah, and I'm the Queen of the Nile." And
maybe that was a callback. Maybe, yeah.
I thought maybe it was.
What was the mother's name? I forgot her name. I liked her a lot.
The actress?
Mama.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lewis.
Everything. Mama from everything.
She the mama and everything.
She's always somebody's grandma.
Oh, she was in what's it called? Joanna Man, I think, too.
She's in everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
She's the mom in every black movie.
I remember her name.
Jennifer Lewis.
Oh, that's Jennifer Lewis. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was hella faces that showed up, and I was like, "Oh shit, this person! Oh shit, this person!" This hella people. What's her name was funny too. Loretta Devine.
Was that?
She's hilarious.
Loretta Devine was funny in this too.
She is hilarious.
Who did she play?
She was the secretary.
The secretary.
Oh yeah, she's from a Carmichael show.
Yeah,
and a bunch of other things too, but that's the most recent thing.
Don't you just narrow that? No, Loretta Devine is a fucking classic actress.
That's I've recently seen her in. I know she's in hella other movies, but that's the most recent one I've seen her in.
Yeah.
I was about to say Urban Legend.
Oh, Josh, have you seen Funny Valentine?
No. And
yeah,
why?
watch it.
Why?
Watch.
Why would I? Why would I see it?
Because Loretta Devine's in it.
Okay, that's cool. Anybody?
I don't like how you just put her in the Carmichael show like that's it.
Anybody else that might be in it? Because she's not really somebody I would go see just because she's in it.
This guy.
I'm just saying, like, we're gonna check out that film. I like what's her name. I'll go see if what's her name's in it too. Jennifer, was that Jennifer Lewis? That's her name?
Mm-hmm.
No, so Funny Valentine is Loretta Devine and the one we were just talking about, Tasha, the other movie, with Ving Rhames. I was saying watch.
Oh, Holiday Heart.
It's the main actress from that. What the fuck is her name?
Alfre Woodard.
Yeah, it's Alfre Woodard and Loretta Devine. It's called Funny Valentine. It's a good ass movie.
Okay, I'll check it out. I like what's her name?
Alfre Woodard.
But
yeah.
Loretta was still that movie for you.
Yeah.
Well, she's like
Loretta's great in everything she's in.
I think so too. But I'm just trying to.
She's not bad, but I'm saying don't be like, hey, so and so's in this movie. Like, okay, that's cool. That's.
I mean, because that works.
Bad actor.
Because that works for a lot of people. Loretta Devine is one of those actresses. She's one of those black actresses that's like at the top. Black actresses.
I might need to see more movies, and then she'll be there for me. So,
and I'm suggesting more.
I'll watch it, and she's like, "Hey, bro, tell me another movie she's in. I like all the other movies you told me to watch, so I might have to watch more movies she's in if that's what."
Funny Valentine.
All right, Hulu.
I don't know where it is.
Oh,
he's just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
You said Carmichael show. He said Funny Valentine. Watch it.
Right. Because it was just like, goddamn, out of all her career, you like, oh, the lady from the Carmichael show.
Right. He just recently watched it. That's why.
Oh, you just watched the Carmichael show recently?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's fresh in my head where she's from, but I know she's in hella movies, but I can't think of it right off the top of my head.
She's in Waiting to Exhale with Whitney.
Yeah.
Never seen that either.
Yeah.
I think this is the first Whitney Houston movie.
Let me get Josh's bingo board.
Josh wouldn't like Waiting to Exhale. That's
you don't think so?
No, that's not a movie for him.
He might appreciate it.
If dad didn't show me it, that's where I'm kind of like.
That's always our excuse. Dad didn't.
Well, yeah. I mean, what?
I mean, don't base what you like off what your dad likes, though.
Go to Grandma Trudy. Hey, do you have Waiting to Exhale? All right. We had those type of movies. And where was Nana? Where were you at, Nana?
Right, Nana's fault.
She probably liked it.
Probably did. Okay, Preacher's Wife. Let's get back to it.
That's our rants, you know.
It happens every time. So I don't know what else to talk about. I thought it had a lot of funny moments. Like Denzel was actually not Denzeling a lot in this movie, like you said.
And that's what Josh was talking about.
Yeah,
Denzel, yeah.
He was comedic. Like, and we were just talking about how Denzel doesn't have any like comedic roles, and I would say this one was pretty comedic.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, to me, it reminds me of Tom Hanks in that way, where like they both did a lot of comedic stuff back in the day. Mm-hmm. And then nowadays they have to be the straight man all the time. And they kind of sucks because it's like I acknowledge that like Tom Hanks and Denzel are good actors, but it's like, hey, come on, let's have you do what you did in Preacher's Wife, or Tom Hanks do what you did in Big or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I just think they are that guaranteed money now. So
yeah,
it's like,
oh yeah, no,
it's
it
like
totally makes sense.
if you write a movie, you'll damn near write it with Denzel in your mind or with Tom Hanks in your mind.
Yeah.
It's like that's the mind.
Yeah, but
so you wouldn't go get no funny movie and be like, hey man, you want to do this?
But yeah, but I'm saying like as a personal thing, that's what kind of makes me like me personally not really go check out the movies they're in nowadays compared to like what they used to be in. But I'm just 1% of all the other people that would go see Tom Hanks or Denzel Washington in any type of movie that comes out. You know what I mean when I say that?
No.
Okay. I know you would go see any Denzel movie out there. Me, I'm kind of so about it. Is that more likely?
But Tom Hanks, you would?
No, not even Tom Hanks. Like Tom Hanks and Denzel. There's just like you can only do the same thing so many times there it gets kind of boring to me. But everybody,
so you wouldn't go just because they're in it. You would go if it was a movie you were interested in and they happened to be in it.
Yeah. To where if I wasn't, maybe if I wasn't interested in the movie, but I see them doing something different, I'd probably give it a chance.
For me, that's Leo. I'll see anything Leo's in.
Well, Leo changes he does different types.
Yeah, he's a different caliber. But I'm still on the if Denzel and Tom Hanks are in it, it's always gonna get a shot for me. Like I'm not gonna rush to see it. I'm not gonna get that
performance. Have you seen Philadelphia?
I fell asleep on it.
Now that's a slow movie.
They don't make those movies nowadays. It's too boring.
Philadelphia is a slow movie.
I fell asleep.
Good.
Preacher's Wife is not.
I fell asleep.
Slow movie.
I fell asleep in class watching that movie.
Yeah, like I get it when you throw in like what Courtney B. Vance has to deal with, and then like Denzel's character brings a lot of brings the what's called light, yeah, spiritual. Yeah. But I didn't have any pacing issues with it. I would just sit down and enjoy it. Like, even though if I didn't watch it, I won't watch it by myself. If I go to your house, Tasha or Lamar, and you guys have it on and want to watch it, I'll watch it with you guys. But it's not something I would choose myself. Also, I did check out the original one, The Bishop's Wife. Usually, I could see why the original gets higher than like a remake, but this one I was kind of like, nah. I can't watch a movie where this guy's like worried about his son's best friend leaving, and then they're losing the church, and like he's what's it called, the guy that's been on trial who's being wrongly accused for a robbery he didn't commit or a crime he didn't commit. In the original one, like, oh, I gotta build this cathedral. I'm like, what else you gotta fucking do? I know that's not the only thing. The angel's there to help his marriage, but like, I didn't feel that much sympathy for the bishop.
Right.
The preacher, I understood why. It's like, man, I understand where you're coming from, and then I can understand where Denzel and Whitney Houston's coming from. But in the bishop, I was like, dude, I do
not care.
I do not care about you. And this girl, you look cute, but you ain't no Whitney Houston. I'm sorry.
Did you watch Preacher's Wife first and then Bishop's Wife?
Yeah. I wonder how it would work if I watched Bishop's Wife and then Preacher's Wife. But still, though, you got, like I said, you got Denzel, Whitney, and Courtney B. Vance has always been an actor that I don't know. How do you guys feel about him? Because I always thought he was kind of like underrated, like never got that role that gets
he's not in a lot of stuff, like know who he is and the stuff he's in, but he doesn't have a wide range. Like his filmography is not that
he's one of those Clifton Powell type actors. It's like you go get him. He's on that list of black actors you go get because he can do the job. You know what I mean? Like in the role he does his part. Like if I think of the movies he's in, I'll be like, yeah, he did do his part. I can't think of a time where it was just like, this guy was terrible.
Yeah,
from Black Panther up to Ma Rainey, it's like he always does his job. From Black Panther, from Panther.
Courtney B. Vance
from Panther.
Oh, I thought you said Black Panther. I was like,
I did say Black Panther first. That's why I was like, oh, wait, from Panther.
Yeah. But he's a Marines. He's a Marines Black Panther.
Wasn't he? And he the one that got killed?
No, that was somebody else.
He wasn't in there.
No. Cody B. Vance.
Oh,
he was,
it wasn't him.
Johnny Cochran, and
That's the last thing he did. Was the O.J. Simpson show? No, he's done something more recently. It might have been a series. I don't think he's done a movie in a while.
Yeah, the last movie I remember him in, it wasn't even that much, was The Mummy with Tom Cruise. That's
I didn't watch that one. I was like, Brendan Fraser.
That movie can be like, hey, this movie sucks. Let's bring in another good actor. Oh
no. So did you notice what's her name from Belly was in?
Yeah, she was hella young.
Do you remember the movie Belly, Josh?
Yeah.
DMX's girl. She was one of the teenagers.
She was one of the teenagers at that. She was talking to him. She was talking she's like, yeah, you tried. Remember her and the other guy? Because first they showed Shaheem.
I did not recognize her. No, the movie I remember her when she was really young was A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale, yeah.
I love A Bronx Tale.
I thought that was Gabrielle Union at the time. I was kind of like, she looked similar when she was younger, but when she get older, they look hella different.
Yeah.
But I didn't recognize her because it was a quick scene. Is she in it? Just that one scene?
It's very brief.
Yeah.
And when I looked it up, because I was like, is that her? I looked her up and she doesn't even have a name. It's just like teenage girl. Mm-hmm. But it was when Courtney B. Vance went to the youth center thing or whatever, because I guess they were closing it down, and she was one of the kids that was walking out and talking to him on the way out.
Yeah.
So I think she had like maybe a couple words to say or whatever, and then homeboy that was selling the pizza to Denzel. I only know him from Four Brothers, but I saw his face.
Oh yeah,
he was a bunch of random roles too.
Yeah.
Four Brothers is the one that stuck out to me.
Yeah,
Brothers too, but Four Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
as a guy that was eating off the ground, he made him eat
the fries.
Yeah. And of course you have Lionel Richie, you have Gregory Hines.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
They had a bunch of.
I like at the end how he's all like he was gonna go to like tearing the building down. To like,
yeah, you belong here.
Yeah, he started.
He started talking back to him like, yeah.
Everybody get up! Come on, y'all.
Yeah. Well, like he's funny. He's a funny actor, but he's also to me like a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
If you see him in like Running Scared, or even I guess he was in Renaissance Man.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't to me.
My favorite Gregory Hines is Tap.
Was that
Tap? Okay, so Gregory Hines is not. I'll go see Tap because Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
I know Gregory.
But you won't go see Loretta Devine movie?
if Gregory Hines,
because he's a man,
I'd be like, yeah,
because he's a man.
Cool, Loretta, you here? Yeah, come on in too.
He said, women. Watch a woman movie.
I mean, I might like that male.
And then the other person that shows up is the bus driver, or not the bus driver, the shuttle driver.
He's your queen to be, coming to America.
Yeah. Oh, both. What's his name? Lisa.
Lisa from Coming to America too.
The DEA, I believe. Yeah.
The Lord.
So does that usually happen when you burst into? Was that another case they were talking about?
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not realistic, but I'm gonna go with it.
Right.
It's a spiritual movie. And I could believe that Denzel can control
the judge.
The judge, yeah. Control the lights, but going in unannounced and interrupting a court case.
I just told myself it's because he's a preacher, he gets a pass. But I was like, this actually would not be able to happen.
And
I mean, if it did happen in real life, fuck yeah, because that's where he was able to they beat the case, right? Like that's why he was able to go home.
Yeah. The kid that was on trial, I know him from something else too. I'm thinking the Jacksons, but I'm not sure.
He did look familiar, but I didn't look him
up. I think it was the Jackson 5 movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Tito. I mean, he was
wow.
He was God, swear to God.
Jermaine?
Yeah, Jermaine.
I don't know. I'm just naming off.
I feel like it. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that.
Was the so you said the little boy was a bad actor. You talking about just in this role, or was he in something else?
No, he's a bad actor in general. Bad kid actor. But what I'm saying is he got the emotions off. In certain scenes, he got the emotions off. So I liked it. Like I said, it's like Came from Menace Society. He's a bad actor, but he did good for the movie.
I gave the kid a pass because he was a kid and he was cute. And like I said,
don't give no passes.
And also we talking about the one that looked like Ian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the pass you gave him right there.
That's the reason why I was like, oh man, Ian looks so cute. Then play with this toy ambulance, like.
And I'm gonna tell Ian when you're Ian in your Go Bud Go, you're not a good actor, but you got the emotions off.
Yeah, it's like as a kid. I mean, wait, Lamar, who's the there was like one kid you thought that was a good actor.
I think a bunch of kids are good actors.
Okay, I never heard of him. That's the reason why I keep on.
No, he said it because we always
Elijah Wood,
but not as much as all the kids he doesn't like.
I can't remember the most recent one, but recently he's said that was a good kid actor.
If a kid actor is good, I'm gonna point it out. But if they're bad, I'm gonna point that out too.
It's just really rare. I think it's because we make a joke about it so much that I forget about the one.
Yeah.
I see kid actors, and that's the first thing I think. I wonder what Lamar thinks about this.
I'm like, waiting. Yeah. There's be one where he thinks it's good, and I'm like, nah, that kid was terrible.
But he's a bad kid actor, but he's not so bad that it takes you out of the movie. Like it ain't like, oh, I can't stand when this kid starts talking. It's not like that. Mm-hmm. It's like he's a kid doing his first role.
Yeah.
So I understand he's a bad actor.
You have for me, the kid has to be like a major part of the role, like maybe one of the lead characters for me to really start.
I mean, he's the narrator.
It was kind of hard to understand what he was saying sometimes.
Yeah. No, but I forgot he was the narrator because it would happen. And then at the end, I was like, "Oh shit, he was narrating this." Like, why is he narrating this?
It's a good thing because throughout you'd probably have been like, "Oh my god, stop talking."
Yeah. And then I'd be like, "Lamar, you're right. He's a bad narrator. Not the actor. He's a bad narrator.
He's bad at talking."
Yeah.
I mean, he just sounds like a little kid reading lines. So it's like I can't be too upset with him. He's doing his job.
Yeah.
And they got him for the look.
I mean, dude, come on now. He's in a movie with Denzel, Whitney. He's got a lot of pressure on him. Okay, he's trying to hold his own. All right.
He don't know who they are.
And this was before Denzel was Denzel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if he had a scene with Loretta Devine, then he would be shook. I would understand that. But with Denzel and Whitney and Courtney B. Vance and Jennifer Lawrence,
just was confusing. Who is this? The Carmichael show hasn't come out yet, so he wouldn't know.
That's what would have done it right there, Carmichael show.
That or Urban Legends, all right.
Do not boil her down to the Carmichael.
I'm gonna look up a bunch of movies she's in because I know she's in a lot of movies. I just can't think of it right now. Same with
for me, her best movie is Funny Valentine.
Her best. Is she the main character in that, or is she second?
It's her and really the other lady's the main character, but she's kind of like the second.
So it's kind of like how Steve Martin's the main character in Bowfinger, and then so what's his name? Alfred Woodor is
no. That is you found like the worst example to give me.
That's what it is. Steve Martin's the main character in Bowfinger, and then the second character is Eddie Murphy because he doesn't have that much screen time.
Eddie Murphy had a hell of screen time. He had 2 roles.
It's Steve Martin's movie because he's in it a lot. You see where Steve Martin lives when he wakes up. You see when he's on a date. You see more Steve Martin than Eddie Murphy. We're gonna have this debate one time. We're gonna have a conversation for its own episode, and we're gonna let the people decide.
So you put up a poll. And say Bowfinger, is it Eddie Murphy's movie or Steve Martin's movie?
Now, Eddie Murphy, it's funny. He might have got more people to come see it. So from that perspective, yeah, it's Eddie Murphy film. But the movie's called Bowfinger. Now,
I will say this. I did expect to see more Eddie Murphy in Bowfinger than I did.
Okay, let's say this then. if you take out Eddie Murphy, is the movie still as good as it is? Or if you take out Steve Martin, is the movie still as good as it is?
I think it's about even.
No, hell no.
I like Steve Martin.
Yeah.
If you took out Steve Martin and put in Robin Williams, would the movie be as good as it was?
So Robin Williams replaced Steve Martin?
Yes.
I don't know. You can't have two over the top. You get not over the top. I can't have two like.
Well, Robin Williams knows how to tone it down.
Yes, he does. And then answer me this: while you're debating, who could you replace Eddie Murphy with in that movie?
Chris Tucker.
Get the fuck. So that concludes Preacher's Wife.
Okay. Well, we got Preacher's Wife now.
Does he have to be black? Does he have to be black? Or
yes, he has to be black.
Okay. Oh, then. All right. Is that a good thing or bad thing? Dougie Doug. Okay.
Oh my God, Dougie Doug.
Look, I'm not saying it's. I'm agree with you. It's no, you're right. It's funny, but
Josh,
the main character of that character,
Josh,
not raise your funny or not.
Hey, raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Turn your face sideways and slap the shit out of yourself. We're saying Dougie Doug.
Dougie Doug. So to close out The Preacher's Wife, I gave it 4 stars.
I gave it 4 stars too.
I gave it 3 stars. Good movie.
Yeah. Really good movie.
Yeah, if that kid was a better actor, I would have gave it 5. Sorry, Ian.
Not even 4.5. Like you're not even gonna give him a half.
No.
No.
No, I'm just bullshit. I'm bullshitting.
You know you want to give this a 5. Come on, Mark, give it a 5. All right.
No, it's a 4.
It's
a solid 4.
Solid 4. Yes.
Yeah. I got solid.
So do you want to do Klaus or Klaus or however you say it? You want to do that one next?
Klaus. Is that the Spanish one? Klaus.
Klaus.
Yeah. I'm down to do that one next. And then what was yours, Tasha? Did you see which one?
We'll discuss that next time we meet because I have absolutely no idea. But and I think Lamar has one too. Preacher's Wife was one that I just threw out there because
I thought that was mine. Oh, what did I have?
I don't think we fully discussed it yet, but we'll do Claus next.
Right after next.
So we're gonna end this
Claus. Yeah.